My name is Valentin Nobes. I'm the one who is gonna present this. We're BIM Socket, and just to clarify, this solution was done over the event, the whole solution. So hope you enjoy it, guys.
We are BIM Socket, and we keep you connected. Who we are? Pablo, Valentin, Alex, and Jason. As we all know, in the industry, collaboration is a key. But to achieve it, you need to build from something that you can share. And that's when interoperability comes into place. And speaking about AEC software, most typical connections just go from software A to software B. And not even all of them are bidirectional. But as we all know, the AEC ecosystem is getting larger and larger every year. It's even including programs that are not originally from our industry. So how can we keep up if we only connect things from point A to B? And that's something that we want to fix. Instead of just having separated programs, we want to take all of them and have them connected, working as a whole. That's why we created BIM Socket. It is a bidirectional cloud socket to connect any type of AEC software in real time. How it works? Basically, you upload something and that gets replicated in the other programs as well. You just repeat the instruction again and everything gets replicated over and over again. So how it works? Under the hood, we use Firebase, which is a backend as a service that allows us a bidirectional real-time connection. How to use it? Basically, you set it up in 3 steps. You create a socket, install a connector, and finally you upload a model. And that's it. You're connected. So now that you're already connected, what crazy things can you do with it? Let's start by the simplest thing you can do. Having a common socket between different programs. For example, here, we have a 3JS viewer that we developed, Revit, Unity, and the database. So we move a wall, and as you see, a floor is attached to the wall. So not only shares data once, but it sends data back, and it adjusts the length of the floor both in the 3JS viewer and also in the Unity viewer. Another example is this one. We have Unity on the left and Power BI on the right. And it is not only about 3D geometry, but it's also all the data in your model. We can connect Power BI or Google Spreadsheet to your model and imagine the possibilities. You can be in the field pushing data directly into your model just with one click. In this case, for example, we use the BIM rendering engine viewer to see real changes happening in Rhino on the right. And this can allows you, if you're an architect, for example, to show a client how the building will look in real life. For example, changing materials or changing the shape of the building. Another thing that you can do is you can also connect multiple socket instances into a single viewer. For example, here you have 2 instances of Revit and then our 3JS viewer. So you can coordinate different models from different origins in real time. This is so powerful because you can use programs like Tekla, SketchUp, or any other BIM tool and then there is no need for you to export to IFC or any other specific format and then link it into Revit, for example. Instead, you just link everything to the socket, and anything that you moves here is going to be moved in your model as well, so you can actually do the coordination in real time. Another thing that you can do is having two different instances of the same program connected to the same socket. And this is really powerful here because we all know that, for example, Revit, it's a collaborative program that you can work in real time with other people, but most programs in the industry are not, and this is something that BIM socket can change. For example, you can see an example here that we have two different instances of Rider. So we move the roof here on the right first, and then we receive the changes on the left, and everything gets updated. So voila, instantly with BIM socket, you have a collaborative program that was not, you were not using BIM socket. So imagine the possibilities. Having SketchUp, Tekla, Synchro, any program, you name it, even a notepad can be collaborative with BIM socket. Another great example is that when you're taking information from one socket to the other, you can filter where you're taking from one side to the other. So, for example, here, we move the heavy process from one program to another and filter the information because there is no need for you to share exactly everything between the different parts. As you see, you're looking into a Revit workflow or Unity workflow here, and we are modeling lines through cable trays. We're taking those lines into Revit, and we are modeling those lines into conduits. So there was no need for us to model all those conduits in Unity. We just model lines and then we export it into Revit. So you can decide what you filter. So after all that, you might be thinking, what are the limits? And as you see, there are no limits for what you can do. We can even work, for example, with a Hey Henry team that is using Alexa, so they could use our socket to connect that. Or we could even work with the StreamVR team to push PR changes back to Revit remotely. So wait, this is a new industry format? No. We're not trying to set up a new format. There are so many formats out there already, and there are so many people working really hard on improving them every day. So instead, what we want to do is we want to be the role where data flows, no matter what format or language you're using. So go to bimsocket.rocks today and start creating the roles for your data to flow. So if you have any questions, here are our GitHub users. Thank you.